You are fake news.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
The 100x altcoin that I've been talking about for weeks. What coin is it? It's a Jamu.
Dump it. Dump it again.
No, no, no!
And again.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
I hope you enjoyed that introduction, everyone. I assume a lot of people in here know about Dafi, XTP and Umbrella Network from that Martini guy. But if you're ready to partake in some no BS trading for these coins, where I'm not just going to tell you to buy on pure vibes like other people. Right, so here we're looking at the all-time chart for Dafi on the weekly time frame. And this, for reference, is on Gate.io. So there might be more information on other charts, but we can see how it dropped the infamous 99% to the downside during the bear market. We reached the new year this year in January, where we roughly had this 3,000% move. Now if we just go into the daily chart here and zoom in for you. So on the 11th of April, I posted my buying plan for Dafi in the Discord, as you can see here. So how I got to this is because of these three confluence levels. First of all, we have the daily level. Second of all, we have the trend-based fib extension, the 1-to-1, which is used in target and corrected moves. And this is pulled from the very high to this low here, to the second lower high. And third of all, we have the negative fib level, which is pulled from the lower high to the bottom here. So this area we hit with a slight deviation, but then we proceeded to move up 100% from the low of our levels, where the two confluences were exactly on point. We actually did also see this scam wick here, which, would you believe it, Martini guys started shilling on Twitter, as you can see. But then we have moved back down because of the team not delivering the product as of yet. So we're still waiting for this now. But as you can see, we did come to the daily level again, held at a support on the daily closes, and we have moved up right now. And at the moment, we're still in a bullish trend because of these series of lower highs. But due to the fact that it's such a small market cap and the potential it can have going into the next bull run, I will be holding long term. So if we want to see further upside on Dafi, we've got two significant resistance levels to get past. First of all, we have the fib expansion pulled from the low here to the high there, coupled with the normal fib pulled from the very low to the very high of this move. We can see a nice confluence between the 0.786 and the 1.272. And you can see in the past, recently, we have been rejected by it heavily here, held at support briefly, and just as recently as the 24th of July, we've been rejected by it here. We should expect to come back up and test those levels. And if we do break past them, the next significant resistance level is if we pull up the fixed range volume pull of this area, and also bring in our weekly level, we can see three areas of confluence built here now. So that is where we need to see to get past the next significant level to provide further upside on Dafi. If the Dafi exchange doesn't end up living up to expectations, then we're likely going to see a retest of the range low around where our buy area was and new daily resistance. But if we do drop below this level and things do turn sour, and especially in the crypto markets turn sour in general, then we are likely going to see a retest of the monthly level. But we do have some intermediate levels in between, like the 1.618 fib expansion level. But we'll have to see this in time.
And the final coin that I want to talk about in this section of the video is Tap Global Coin.
So in January, XTP pulled off an incredible 12,000%
Wow.
And at this point, I never touched XTP because whenever a new 100x altcoin call comes out, they always proceed to dump afterwards. And in this case, we dropped an incredible 86%. And I was never in. But when it came out on the 9th of May that Bittrex US was closing, XTP dumped an incredible 40%. And I bought here, as mentioned in my Discord, at 0.0033. Now after this, in that day alone, we proceeded to move up 25% and eventually 100% up to a weekly level that we will discuss in the next part. But then back down again, we came to our buy area where I bought more and mentioned in the Discord. And then after that, we've proceeded to move up a lovely 178%, back down, back up, and now we're at a critical level for XTP. If we pull up the standard Fibonacci from low to very high, we can see we're at the 0.66 Fibonacci. And if we also pull the fixed range of this area, we can see that we're also at the point of control. Now if we test this and hold it as support, we can see that the next move up likely would be a 15% move up to the weekly. And if you also pull the Fibonacci from the very high to the very low, we can see that the 0.33 lines up perfectly with this. Now this is held as, it has been resistance in the past here, but if we can come up, hold it as support, the most likely and exciting scenario would be the very high of the range, coupled with our monthly levels around here, and then we'll be testing these local highs. Now in a bearish scenario, we can expect a swing failure pattern of this weekly level coming back down all the way to this nice confluence area with three confluences of the low of the range, the 0.786 Fibonacci, and also the monthly. So that's it for XTP, and let's move on to Umbrella Network. I just want to make this short and sweet as possible. So if we zoom out, this is the all-time chart. You can see this is where we are compared to this huge spike up here, which when it was first listed on MEXC Global. So we're talking about obviously 99% down, but even from the high of the bull market here in October 21, we are still 99% down, or at least 98% from this current price we're at here. So this is something I have been talking about in my Discord, and I was buying around here, to be honest, and even now but my last post in Discord, I announced that I would be buying Umbrella Network for the last time, was when it hit my very bottom level here on the weekly. So as you can see, this did end up being the local bottom, and we moved up 83% to this weekly level, which is also a breakout of the parallel channel, which led to a fake out. And this was where I told my Discord that I was taking profits because of that exact reason. And then we came back down, and if we pull up our fib level, which pulled from low to high, then you can see that we're in the golden pocket and how it's been respected nicely already. Now, live right now in these past 4 hours, we have dropped below it, but we are currently back above and we're holding it as support. Now this is also significant because of this trend line we're in. So if we continue to hold this as we are and we see a move up, we want to see an expectation of breaking this high and making a higher high to continue. If not, and we fall below, we've got a change in market structure, so we're going to likely revisit these lows down here. So that is essentially what is going to happen and what we're looking out for on Umbrella Network. So thanks for watching, and if you found all of this information to be useful, please like, share and subscribe. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening in the market, then please join our Discord, which is free, and our Twitter, so link is in the description for both.